And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And joining me today, not this week, Mr. Rapid Dave. Here we are, Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 3, Streets of Mos Espa. So, I hear you're not happy.
I mean, I don't know. This seems to be typical Disney kind of episode 3 type stuff. You know what I mean? Disney Plus shows. You want to talk about some just off the wall and really stupid stuff. You run into this gang now of English or British street gang on the scooter game is what I want to call it. They look like you don't know yet. You don't know if they're a biker gang or maybe what's that the scooter gang or anyways, you don't know what you're dealing with. And then all of a sudden they hop on their Vespas and oh my God, I've never seen so many side mirrors on a Vespa in my life. And buckle up, folks. You're in for the slowest pursuit of your life. I'm pretty sure we were capped at like 14 and a half miles per hour. Oh, thrilling stuff. But you get some Danny Trejo.
You're skipping ahead. We had the great Stephen Root step out in.
I got Stephen Root in here too, and I was like, his character is very, very familiar, and it's almost like he's still in his bit from Boardwalk Empire.
Okay,
like seriously, he doesn't even change his voice or his talk anything. He sounds just like he's in Boardwalk Empire.
Well, yeah, he gets in there. And he's like, he's talking about, he's like, well, what about my request? Okay, what's your request? And I was waiting for him to say, I want my red swing line staple.
If they could work that in, if they could, I mean, they work everything else in. Why can't they work that in?
Game of Thrones put Starbucks coffee in there. Why can't we get a red swing line stapler? I'm just saying.
Put a stapler somewhere in the background while he was there. Come on, you had a. And to be honest, you have more flashbacks. A quick fight, and Boba should have been dead. Absolutely, he should have been dead. Like, he was crushed, thrown around, smacked around. All you can hear is bones and cartilage popping and breaking. And anyway, so yeah, I was gonna text you as this was going on, but I found out that you hadn't watched it yet. Yeah. I was like, this is the most this is what you expect. Like, you got this big badass character, everybody's jacked to see. I mean, it's a Wookiee for Christ's sake. Gets in there and then just has trouble handling Boba Fett. And Boba Fett's not armed. He's in his sleeping drawers.
He did not have trouble handling Boba Fett. Boba was done until his biker gang showed up, and then the twins showed up, and then Finnick showed up. So, no, he didn't have trouble handling anything. If anything, dude was handling business. He's getting stabbed, he's getting cut, and he's still... Dude, he takes on both twins. He sees them, and he comes running at him and spear tackles both of them.
They should have played. Was it Goldberg? They should have played Goldberg's intro music at that point.
Then gets up and just starts ripping, trying to bite the dude's jugular out. Dude was just he'll be back though.
But he didn't kill anybody. That was the thing. I don't think he actually
killed.
Dude. Boba this should be the end of the book. They should have closed the book. Boba Fett should have been dead. This is it. Final chapter. He gets taken out of his little jacuzzi bed and crushed to death. Oh my God. It was terrible to listen to. It really was. It's like, Jesus Christ. I go, he's gonna kill him. I was like, come on, man. Yeah, we're still 3 episodes into the season. You gotta let him live a little bit.
Pretty sure this goes longer than 3 episodes, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know, right? So you get, Back to the Future. I don't know if that's like a homage to that with this stupid biker gang with those goofy scooters and stuff. I don't know. I just felt all it would have taken was that mayor's assistant to slam into a bucket of manure or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seemed, I don't know. Back to the Future Part 2. The Hutts are carried, but for some weird reason, they got a hovercraft for the Rancor. I don't understand. Maybe it's a dominance thing.
It's 100% what that is. That's them showing dominance.
Those people are struggling. Come on, give them a break.
Nah. Those are the strongest people in the galaxy.
But I picked up on him immediately, Danny. As soon as he was coming up there, I was like looking at him. They were real panned out on him, so you really couldn't tell. But I was like,
oh, those locks though. I saw that hair flowing, and I was like, that's Danny Trejo.
I did. I was like, okay, so we've already had one good little cameo. We're bound to have another. And it was him. He's there. He delivered the Fetts. Now the Fets, the Huts, the Huts show up. They don't want war no more. They're like, hey, my bad. I'm sorry he tried to kill you. We sent him on mistake. Let me go ahead and give you a present. They give him a Rancor. It looks like he's sedated, but he's just apparently if you just blindfold them, they're pretty docile. They're not
Yeah, like so this episode, what it did was it just showed everything that I don't like, nothing that I know true about Rancors was in this episode. Like
now they're peaceful animals. They're raised essentially. They're giving you a pit bull
right
dog backstory. Like if you love them enough.
But I'll tell you this: I am going to be excited for when Boba comes riding out on a freaking Rancor. Like
he already
he's like,
said
I want to ride him.
Yeah,
He's like, what? Yeah, I've rid bigger. Let's do this. And he's like, all right, it's going to take a lot of work. He's like, I'm in. I'm so fucking in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm waiting for that episode. But you've also find out why. So before we get there, we find out because we talked about with the last episode with the gang that Boba and the Raiders took on, was that the Pikes? You get the confirmation that yes, it was the Pikes, and the Pike they took out Boba's little Tusken Raider group, like even the badass one.
I thought it was the biker gang that did that.
Well, the biker gang is with the Pikes, right?
Well,
the Pikes put them against each other.
Okay. I understood it as the Pikes are there to do business and they're paying security to the biker group or the Tuskens. They're not going to pay it to both. That's what the conversation was about. And so, I thought the bikers are the ones that came through and wiped them out, not the Pikes.
Well, the bikers came through, but they already had the same conversation. They just had it before Boba had it with the Pikes.
Gotcha.
Right? That's what I'm operating off of is the fact that he just told Boba, I'm only going to do with one. And Boba's like, all right, well, we'll take care of them and handle them. And as he's going back saying, hey, guys, let's go take care of business. Business was already taken care of.
Oh, boy. Wiped them completely out. I think this show has turned people around. You used to hate the Tusken Raiders. You know what I mean? They were always causing problems and out there. Yeah, that's the sound that they make is quite interesting, to be honest. It'll live in your head forever. But so here we are. Now you're actually like, oh, they're just regular people. No, they're still out in the desert. They're terrorists, as far as I'm concerned. But they flipped the script on you where now you're a little bit more sympathetic. So now that 14 of them died, you're like, oh man, that sucks. And now Boba Fett's had shaped Boba a little bit, and it's how he came back to full health. You know what I mean? Essentially living amongst these people.
Yep. Taught him to fight a little bit better. He had his whole vision quest and all that.
Oh, he burned his stick. Oh God, he burned his stick at the end when he lit them all on fire. I couldn't believe he did it. I was all emotional. I was torn up. That branch that he took back.
The branch the little kid had.
Oh, I thought it was his that he whittled down. Oh wait, well he burned everything. He burned his stick, his spear, and
he still has his. Those were their sticks.
Oh, okay. I was totally confused.
Yeah, because he busted his out and hit freaking Black Kerosene right in the gut with it.
It was still sticking in there while he was fighting him or whatever, right?
That's how you know that dude's he's got a freaking stick jabbed in his gut and he's still going through, just mowing through them.
Jeez.
Yeah. But it's and then you find out, the Hutts were like, yeah, no, here's the thing. We were lied to too. We're on our way out of here. This territory was promised to someone else. And Boba's like, well, who? He's like, hey, you go talk to the mayor. We ain't, we're out. We're out. Yeah. And you find out it's the Pikes. He's working with the Pikes. So now it's time for his revenge on the Pikes and to try and get his territory in order.
Oh, and we find out another great bit of information is that the Pikes travel commercially. They show up on a massive cruiser with a bunch of other randos, They don't have their own jet. They don't have their own private. When they show up on it looked like the damn Titanic. Essentially, people are getting off, with old looking clothes and whatnot. Well, R.I.P. the Titanic went down, but the people who did survive, you know what I mean.
I never finished watching that movie. I never knew what happened.
I remember my dad giving me crap for going to watch it. And I was like, we're on the movies, and he goes, oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna go watch Titanic. He goes, what for? He goes, hey, let me save you a couple bucks. The boat sinks. I go, what? It's like, shut up. I was like, just go watch this stupid movie and be done with it.
You know what, Dad? You're right. The boat did sink. Huh? I thought maybe with holiday magic these days they'd rewrite it, but no, ship still fucking sank.
Yeah, it still sank. Stupid boat. But anyways, yeah, they fly commercially. They just showed up with a couple hundred other people getting off a Southwest flight from Phoenix. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, why the hell don't they have their own, you know what I'm saying? They have plenty of money. They're a syndicate, they're a gang. They can't just have I don't know, their own ship. Jesus. Hell, even Luke and them eventually got their own ship.
Well, maybe it was their ship and those are people that work for them that they brought with them. I don't know, man.
Maybe, right? Maybe
Yeah, that's possible. But no, so it's a setup episode. I like, you bag on the little biker gang, but it's him building out his crew, right? We talked about it last episode. He can't take on the Hutts or whoever else with just him, Finnick, and the twins, right? Not the Hutt twins, but Tweedledee and Tweedledum, those guys. So it's him. He goes and he sees this opportunity. He's like, well, you guys want to work? Yeah. Okay. You work for me now. Let's go. And homeboy was not upset. He's like, whoa. No. What do you mean? They stole from me. Blah, blah, blah. Well, how much do you? 1,300. Oh, here's 500. Lower your prices.
I don't understand why people just don't take more shots at Boba. Shoot him in the gut. You know what I mean? There ain't no armor down there on that big old gut of his. So just pop him once in the gut. He's done. Hell with it. Just shoot your shot, man. Just take your chance.
Why not? But yeah, no, it's setting up. He's building up his crew. I like the introduction of those characters because characters with the cyborg, the cybernetics built into them. You haven't seen a ton of it in the Star Wars universe, but it is a part of the universe, and they've always kind of been side characters. So to kind of see them brought in a little bit more, I am excited to kind of see that and see where that goes. But we're building things. We're building. I will say the whole scene with Danny Trejo and the Rancor and stuff like that, that whole scene kind of felt awkward to me. Like with Boba's interaction and talking to him, I don't know, it just kind of felt very awkward to me. I don't know.
A little slow, but little awkward. The whole episode was. But, hey, it's episode 3. We'll see what we got next week. Hey, did you check and see how many we have? Do we have 8 episodes?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Yeah, it's not even worth looking because who cares? Who cares? We're just going to keep watching every week anyways.
Yep. That's it. Until they're done. And then we'll watch something else. We're actually going to start Peacemaker. That came out on HBO Max. So we're going to start that. So look forward to that review coming out. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Oh,
hold on a second.
It's going down.
Oh man.
Usually people would mute their phones, but don't worry about that. This is not.
Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. If there's anything you want us to watch, let us know. Shoot us an email, parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.